This old guy DIY video has to do with taking the starter off of a 2016 Tohatsu 50 horse 4-stroke. So when you come in here, the hot coming from the battery is right here, and that was on this terminal, and then there was another positive wire on that terminal, and then you have this little exciter that was on the probe over here. So I took those wires off, and then there's this little belly band thing, and there's a 10 millimeter that's sitting back here that has to be removed. And now to get the 10 millimeter bolt off the other side, I have to remove this little thing for the air intake, and then I'll have access to remove this clip. So then once I get this little band off with the vibration damper, I come up here on top and you have two bolts to remove, and then the whole unit will just drop out. So it's pretty straightforward. There's also this bolt back here on the back of this little air intake that I hadn't seen, so I'll take that off. So once I got the intake filter removed over here, I still didn't have a good angle to get to that second bolt. So I was able to just take these two bolts out of the starter, push the starter down, and just bend this clamp a little bit, and then I was able to remove the starter. So this starter still looks like brand new, but it will not engage, so we'll take it to a local shop and have it bench tested. But I suspect this is the problem. When I was making that clicking sound, I took a look at the starter, and when he would turn the key, this piece would come up, but it wouldn't engage. And then this is the live 12.9 volts coming from the battery, and I jumped across from this stud to this little guy with a wire to see if I had enough voltage to drive that thing to do its work, and it did not. So I believe the starter is bad. We'll check that here in just a minute. Now the way to test this thing is I just have a little battery pack here, but you just take the negative and put it to the actual housing, and then down here it's this little one that you want to touch, and if in fact the thing works, that'll come out and spin like crazy. And I've already done it, and it does not spin like crazy, so this one has a starter problem. We'll show you. So when your little starter just tries to engage but won't spin, that's a starter failure issue. Time to either rebuild or replace.